Okay, Madden people, we are back at you. Today, we're going to try to increase the coin stack a little bit. Mine looks a little bit low, but if you look over at that training, it's quite a bit of training for this point of game. There's quite a bit of value in there. I got a little bit on the auction house, but yesterday we did go get that Zeke. He's a beast. We took the two offensive guys. They were both offensive line guys, so we put them in there. We that Ragnow, we already had him powered up, so we just threw it in there. He unfortunately didn't get to keep the abilities that he had on him, but it is what it is. So those are the two nats that I took, and then we got this Zeke down here. I got some gameplay. Go check it out. Check out the rest of the videos on the channel. While you're here, drop a subscription, drop a like. That way you're not having to go back and look at my videos. When I'm telling you things like I'm going to tell you today on how to make coin and what to be investing in, you're going to be the first ones to know because you're subscribed to the channel. Drop a like on this when you go ahead and you do what I'm telling you to do today and you make some coin and you yourself are able to go out and buy that Zeke because you didn't have him before. But let's get into it. Let's show you what we're talking about. Let's show you how I'm making money today. It ain't great. It's kind of common knowledge. Well, at least the first part of it's kind of common knowledge. What I'm doing with that common knowledge after the fact may not be such a piece of common knowledge. Today is Legend Saturday. Everybody knows that. If you don't know that, here's your introduction to it. On Saturday, they drop these legend bundles, and everybody wants new legends because they're the newest, the coolest cards, and 99% of the time, they're pretty relevant to the game. These are usually going to be your top tier cards in every position, or at least close to it, so everybody is trying to pull these legends. Got this legend bundle, and this is what a lot of people are pulling, and what you're getting out of it. Oh, let me go to the actual pack, not the entire bundle. Here, what you're going to get out is your first round, you're going to get a pull 4 cards that are guaranteed to be silver or better. Next round, you're going to get to pull 2 cards that are guaranteed to be gold or better. And then your last one, you're going to get an 80 plus. You can get 380s. I mean, I saw people get the bare minimum on that last. I'm sorry, you get 280s and an 81 because you do get a guaranteed legend, but your legend piece could be its 81. There's no 80 legends, so it's guaranteed you're going to get at least 181 on that final round. So for 120 coins, I could risk pulling an 81, and it just doesn't seem good to me. Could I pull the full piece? Yeah, I could pull a limited Bo Jackson out of this and run circles around my house because of how excited I was. But I don't have the kind of coin to be dropping 1.2 million on 10 packs. It's just not feasible for me at this point of the year. There are times weeks come out where, maybe Michael Vick comes out and his limited time's out. I might try to pull these. Bo Jackson is really enticing. It's just too early in the year for me to be rolling that many coins into a gamble. So what I am doing is actually utilizing the market. All these people pulling those bundles are dumping the market. Every Saturday you're going to see the market crashes a little bit. It's not drastic. It's not like when a new promo comes out and prices get cut 30%. But you are going to see a dip in prices. I mean, I'm seeing on what I'm buying today about 10% dip. I'm buying these 86, 87s. These top 10 are what I bought today. Everything else was the other day. It's the same method I was using yesterday and the day before that to prepare for MVPs. I'm buying up these 86, 87s. I'm filtering down by just legends. That way I'm seeing the newest ones in the auction house and I can snipe a little bit better. But I'm trying to get them under 7,500. 75,000. If I can get them under 75,000, that gets me training around 42 coins a or 42 coins per training. The closer I get to 70,000, the better. So that's what we're buying. That's what we're going in and that's what we're spending, we're investing our money on. Yesterday, you can see I was buying them. Well, I was a Larry. That was a nice little snipe. Bought him up for 80. I was buying him for 80. And having no problem doing that. Didn't feel concerned about it at all. I mean, that one was a little bit better, but even back here I was buying them up for 80. So you could see the prices on them today are down a little bit. And if I would have waited a little bit longer, I probably could have got some under 70, but I wanted to Wanted to get this out there. Wanted to show you guys. So before the market crashes on this, because it inevitably will, while I'm saying this to you, there's another 1,000 people out there doing the same thing right now. Not making a video, but doing it and crashing the market as we speak. So if you want to do this, get on it. Or kind of invest a little bit, maybe a little bit of speculation, um, but maybe what we're processing into will come back up after everybody crashes the market and training point or coin per training point value kind of goes up over the next 2 or 3 days. It could still be viable. Check it out. Again, it's one of those things, put it on a little sticky note, put it on your TV. It's something that's viable day in, day out. You just have to check the pricing. How cheap can I get training? And then the second part of this is how much can I sell what I'm turning those training points into. Well, we're turning them into, let me go to newest here, we're turning them into these 76 to 78 MVPs. Because everybody's buying them up, everybody wants to make that Zeke, or that Myles Garrett, or maybe there's still some people wanting to get Lamar. These are what I'm making. Earlier, the first batch I did, I was selling them for about 3,800. Down below here would be yesterday. Yesterday they spiked up pretty good because part 2 of MVPs launched yesterday, which means everybody wanted these. It's a supply and demand. Right now, the legends are cheap because there's a huge supply coming out of the legend bundles. Yesterday, everybody wanted these, so there was not enough supply to equal the demand. So the price goes up. Simple economics. It's simple, but the word ain't simple. Simple economics 101. Supply and demand. What I'm hoping is that after Legend Saturday, which typically it does, depending on what new content's coming next week, these are going to go back up. If we get a new promo announced that's coming out Wednesday, Thursday, these may not have enough time to recover. Because I'm seeing my guess is by the end of the day, these are going to be down to 3,200, 3,100. And I'm hoping by like Monday, Tuesday, they've come back up to 3,500. And that's why I'm not buying a lot of these. I'm buying 20 at a time because that's how many I can list at the auction house. If they don't all sell, I'll go back in and list them. That's why I'm keeping all the training. Yesterday I was spending all the time and I was immediately burning the training I had right back into the packs because they were flying off the shelf and it was a huge increase that I was getting them for. So you gotta kind of watch the market, see if these are going down. When these start going down, this little method is not going to be viable until maybe Monday or Tuesday. If there's a little bit of a lag of content, these could come back up. I wouldn't bank on them ever going back up to that 4,000. There's not going to be more content. There's not going to be a part 3 of this promo. So these are on their last leg for value. That's why I'm holding on to the training, but I am investing in training. I'm investing in training because I really feel like we're going to start to get the weekly content next week. We're going to start to get maybe heavyweights, your veterans, your flashbacks. I heard Gut Fox wanting campus heroes to come back, which I've only ever seen once in a promo. It'd be cool to have those back. It's always nice to have something new. Please bring me back my heavyweights. I like that there's a program dedicated to the worst set of positions in the game that nobody cares about. I like the fact that you're going to be able to get a left guard for reasonably cheap. And I'm hoping that they do what they did last year and let me utilize that training on maybe some veterans, maybe some heavyweights. That's why I'm kind of holding on to the training. I invested a decent amount of money into it in hopes that content next week is training driven a little bit. It's speculation. I mean, you could do the same thing and come Tuesday when we're right and we're up 20% of our coin stack, you could go leave a comment and tell me how much you appreciate it. Or come Tuesday when they drop new content and these are worth nothing and you have 300 of these sitting in your binder and you hate me because you're poor and you broke your Madden disc at that point. leave a comment about that down below too. Either way, don't care. Leave a comment. Let me know what this did for you. Let me know what I can do better. Let me know what you want to see. I'm trying out a couple different things. The other day we did some gameplay. Tried to get the stats for the Zeke and the Miles Garrett out to you early. This time we're trying to do a little coin method. I really feel like the coin methods are what people are looking for. But I know that there's 10 other guys out there on YouTube doing the same thing I am, and it's just a race to who can post first, or who can explain it the best, or who has the best subscription base. So I hope what I was able to teach you today, if anything, is usable. I hope maybe I gave you a little insight on something. I hope you didn't watch this video and go, this is the same darn thing that I've heard from the last 5 people I've said or I've listened to about a coin making method. Trust me, when I discover something new that isn't really being discussed about, like if I do roll a bunch of those 80 to 86s and it's super great odds and the packs are fire, I won't hold that to myself. That's going to get put out here. And the only way that you're going to know is to be one of the 4 people subscribing to me, having gone down there and hit that notification bell, so when I post something, you're seeing it. That's the only way you're going to get a little bit of leg up, because I'm going to post the same thing everybody else is posting out there until I find something new. And when I do, nobody's going to see it because nobody's watching the channel. But until the next time where we got a better coin making method, not that this is bad, this is what's kept me afloat and let me get the Zeke and let me go get the Honey Badger on the defensive side. So this is not a bad method. You just have to watch it because markets fluctuate and you got to be mindful of that. There's a lot of people doing this right now. Prices are going to go down, but they're going to come back up because those 86 to 87 legend pieces, there's not going to be an oversupply of them. Those are going to go back up to 80,000. Depending on what new content comes back up. I feel very confident that they will go back up to 80,000. I don't think you're going to see a huge market crash. This kickoff promo, which is probably coming next week, I would assume. I mean, they got to do something for the beginning of the season, right? They've got to do something. I know we're going to get Team of the Week shortly after that, but I really feel like our weekly content, our heavyweights, our veterans, our flashbacks, things like that, I think that's going to probably start coming up here in a couple days. And I think you're probably looking at another promo come next weekend due to the kickoff. And then that following week, you're going to have that weekly content come back, and you're going to have Team of the Week. So there's going to be a lot of stuff coming at us quick. And we're going to have to stay on top of where the market is and what's high and what's low and where's there a huge supply. And that's what you got to look for. What is everybody doing right now? What is everybody throwing away because they have a million of? That's where you're going to find value. What are people listing on the auction house that they think is useless? Pick that up at a cheap price, and how can I turn that into something that everybody's wanting, that nobody's seeing how to make this set or how to re-roll a pack with. But I've rambled enough. I promise I'm getting out of here. Peace, men, people.